Gamers, Kash from Grinds for Gamers, back again with another episode of Grinds for Gamers. You know, when I started this whole endeavor of eating healthy and basically presenting it to gamers, one of the biggest things that I wanted to do was let you know that you don't have to eat clean every single day. So tonight what we're gonna do is, it's actually Valentine's Day today, and my girls are off, they're out and about, my little girl's at school, and my wife is out doing her thing. Little do they know that I am at home preparing a nice meal for all of them. So when they arrive at home, we're gonna have a little cheat meal tonight. So when you're eating clean, you normally try and stick to about an 80% eating clean and 20% kind of eating whatever you want. And that's if you're really actively doing it and you're really committed to it. So don't be afraid to jump on the clean eating boat, because if you get that one solid day a week, and usually I try and do it on days that I'm home with the girls and we can go out and enjoy ourselves, you pick that one day and it does a lot for your sanity when you're eating completely clean for the rest of the week, and the one day really doesn't set you back at all. The real key is after that day of eating like crap, number one, you're probably gonna feel like crap the next day just because of the fuels you're putting in your body are not clean source fuels. But the second thing is really making the commitment to jump back on the bandwagon. Jump back on that wagon of eating clean. And trust me, most times you'll be sprinting for the wagon just because of how bad you feel. You'll want to fill your body with vegetables because you know how good those make you feel. So that being said, tonight, this is a warning. The meal that I'm gonna post for this particular episode is not a healthy meal. It is not healthy by far. There's really only one thing in it that I would probably recommend to everybody, and that is relatively clean, and that's the pesto sauce that I'm gonna make. So I'll show you that. But all the other stuff that's going in with that pesto sauce is not gonna be a healthy deal for you to follow. So this is not, disclaimer, this is not the typical meal on Grinds for Gamers. This is not a clean meal. But this is to prove that you, if you're eating clean, can live a little bit. Take one day a week, even if it's just one meal a week, and enjoy the things that you like. Kash himself, why am I talking to third person? I don't know. But Kash likes apple fritters, cheesecake, pasta, bread, all that stuff. I love that stuff. I just don't eat it all that often. So tonight, what are we making? We are gonna make Alfredo chicken bow tie pasta with some good stuff in it, sun-dried tomatoes and peas and whatnot, and ham. And then on the side, as an appetizer, really kind of as the bread for the meal, I'm gonna make mini calzones, a couple of different types. One is gonna be a kind that my girls like, and the other is gonna be a kind that I like. So I'll show you how to do both of those things. I'm gonna apron up for safety, and then we're gonna get going on the meal. Chicken Alfredo bow tie pasta, and on the side, mini calzones. Stay tuned, go eat an apple, because after you see this meal, you're gonna wanna eat it. So it's not healthy for you, but it's okay. Get right back on that wagon. All right, I'll see you in a few minutes after I gown up, and then we're gonna hit it. All right, we're back. I am gowned up for safety. One of the things that I do on a cheat day is usually pretty early in the day, I'll crack a beer. Look, bro, it's a cheat day. So anyway, now that that's out of the way, I have compiled all the ingredients that we're gonna need. Most of the stuff is already prepped. I'm gonna change the camera view for you so you can actually see what I'm looking at, and then we're gonna go through each one of these steps in a process to where it's a little bit easier. This is one of the more involved meals, and the reason being is just because there's so many different ingredients that need to go in, but still relatively simple. I'm gonna show you just how easy it can be. Okay, so here we go. One of the first things that we're gonna make is the Alfredo sauce. Now the Alfredo sauce this is what's gonna blow your mind because of how much I spew healthy stuff. This is like the epitome of not healthy. So, okay, so what you're gonna need first is about 1.5 cups of whole milk and 1.5 cups of, yes, heavy whipping cream. Holy shnikes, I know, it's crazy. This is 5 egg yolks, just waiting to go. And then we have a mixture of both, this is like a Romano provolone cheese. I went with that one just because I wanted to taste it, but you can just go with a Romano or a fresh grated Parmesan would be no problem. Some olive oil. And then we're also going to use a little bit of ghee for this particular mixture, and maybe even some garlic when we throw it all together. So, okay, so for the pesto sauce, now I'm doing a couple of different types of calzones. The first calzone is going to have ricotta cheese, ham, and pineapple, crushed pineapple in it, because my wife and daughter love crushed pineapple. And then the second one is going to have ham and ricotta cheese and some mozzarella, and then I'm going to drizzle some fresh pesto sauce over it. Now the pesto sauce is completely paleo. It's totally healthy, so that alone will be fine. And the reason being, a little bit of lime juice. These are macadamia nuts right here, fresh basil right here, and olive oil. Pretty much that's what's gonna go into that, and it's just gonna be a drizzle just for taste. I love the taste of basil. The girls don't love the taste of basil, so I'm having to be a little bit picky for them. So the pasta, as you can see, we've chosen the bow tie pasta right here. It's just a little bit smaller. It's my daughter doesn't like to, even though I'm 100% Italian, it's crazy. My daughter doesn't like to do the whole twisty thing with her fork. So we usually go with bow tie when we cheat. Right here, this is honey maple black forest ham, already chopped up. These are organic peas. This is sun-dried tomatoes, already chopped up. And this right here is just some olive oil, salt and pepper, chicken. These are actually chicken strips, and I'm gonna be putting these on the barbecue, and then it will be chopped up and put into the pasta right before we're completely done. So essentially with the pasta, we're gonna cook the pasta up. These ingredients are really just gonna go inside with the pasta once it's done, and then we're gonna mix in the Alfredo sauce once it's all finished. And then after that, we toss in the grilled chicken. That'll already be all done. And oh, there's an onion in the mix too. I'm gonna drop some of that in there. And then we'll just garnish and eat, so we'll be ready to roll. Now, the next thing I'm gonna show you is how to actually roll the calzones and the ingredients of those. Okay, so the ingredients for the calzones, pretty easy. Right here I have just some regular whole milk ricotta cheese, and then I've mixed it in with some of this grated Romano or Parmesan cheese. And then I also took some of that Black Forest ham and chopped it up really fine and put it inside here. Now in my wife and daughter's mixture, I put some crushed pineapple in there so they can have a little bit sweet. Let's go through the building of this thing. It's really easy. Okay, so once you have the Pillsbury dough spread out, all you gotta do is just cut this into pieces. I usually cut it into pieces of 9 for these. So just do a slice here, slice there. Actually, let's go for 6. We'll make them a little bit bigger. Perfect. Okay, so super easy. Just watch how you build them. Little dab in the middle. Take one side, up and over. Take the other side, up and over. Pinch these up. Pinch that side up. Now just grab a fork and crimp the ends down. That's pretty much it. Place that right on a baking dish and it'll bake up just nice. Okay, as a variation to this calzone, like I was talking about before, I'm gonna make a little fresh pesto sauce and just do a little drizzle on that, and then we'll rebuild those. So, how do you do the pesto sauce? This is the paleo part I was talking about. I have this handy dandy little whirly chopper here, the Magic Bullet. I freaking love this thing because it's perfect for little recipes like this. Take your Magic Bullet, put in about a half a cup of first cold pressed olive oil, a good handful of fresh basil. This is about a quarter cup of macadamia nuts, pinch of sea salt and sugar, or excuse me, a pinch of sea salt and pepper. Sugar might make it taste a little weird. This is just a spritz of lime or lemon juice. Cash went lazy mode right here. That is not a real lemon. Drop the top on this guy. Ooh, almost forgot the garlic. Who misses garlic? Boom. Pop that open, or closed. All right, this is all blended. That is about as good as it gets. Wow, that smells good. Okay, so all you do, little drizzle. Right on top of these guys. And that is gonna bring out some insane pesto flavor. There we go. You can see some chunks of mac nuts. That's gonna be outstanding. All right, then you build it the same way. One up and over, the other up and over. Fold it up on the sides. Seal it with your fork. These guys are ready for the oven. Here they are, ready to rock. 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. Keep a close eye on them because if your oven's more efficient than mine, your time may vary. You just want them browned on the top. It's gonna heat up the stuff on the inside, and then you let them cool so the lava doesn't explode and burn your face off, but they are insane. Okay, so let's go over the ingredients real quick once again on the Alfredo sauce. A cup and a half of grated Parmesan cheese, a cup and a half of fresh grated Romano cheese. I just have 1 clove of garlic right here, a pinch of sea salt and pepper, 6 egg yolks. Remember, this is egg yolks, it's not egg white. And a cup and a half whole milk and a cup and a half of very heavy cream, or heavy cream. And it kind of makes this thickest sludge that I've ever seen of milk. But anyway, this is an outstanding recipe for a very, very, very bad for you Alfredo sauce, but it's insane. So let's get over to the stove. We'll get all the stuff mixed up and I'll teach you how to make it. Okay, so step 1, you're gonna set your stove about medium-high heat. Then you're gonna take your milk mixture and you're gonna pour it in. You're gonna pour it in here. You should have a heavy bottom pan or a heavy bottom saucepan like I have here. And then you're just gonna bring this up to a simmer. Okay, so you can see that we're at a simmer. Now what you gotta do is take the heat off. Got the heat turned off, and then we're gonna whip in the cheese. That is a god-awful amount of cheese. Okay, so with the heat still off, we're going to whisk in these eggs, and then we're gonna add in the garlic and the salt and pepper. We're gonna whisk it in, and then once it's whisked in, we're gonna turn the heat back on, and we're gonna bring it back up to a simmer very slowly while we whisk. Okay, so once you begin to simmer, take it off the heat and let it sit while you whisk and stir, and it's going to allow it to thicken up. You can already see how thick it's gotten. So once it's done and it's on the pasta, you can thank me later. Okay, next step, I'm bringing the water for the pasta to a boil. Pinch of sea salt and just a bit of olive oil. Okay, this is where the multitasking comes in. I've got chicken on the barbecue, I've got calzones in the oven, pasta boiling, and I'm just getting ready to start the rest of the mixture for the pasta. So take your time with it, but kind of keep an eye on what's going on. If you have a partner to help you, that's always really good. Gamers are some of the best multitaskers, so I'm sure you're gonna be fine. Just take a deep breath and keep cooking. Okay, so I got a hot skillet here. Alfredo sauce is already done over here, and then the pasta is working over here. So in this skillet, we're gonna put just a splash of olive oil, and we're gonna start getting these onions cooked. All right, once that's getting hot, you can take your sun-dried tomatoes, ham, and your peas. Okay, so as this continues to cook, I can see that our pasta's done. I'm just about to go out and get the chicken out there, and then we're gonna chop the chicken up. So we're pretty much ready to build. I'm gonna drain off this pasta, then everything is gonna go back into this mix, and then we're just gonna serve straight from here. Okay, this is just about done. Let's pour in the pasta. And our chicken. Just give it a good stir. Let this cook for about another 3-4 minutes, and you're ready to go. So here you have it, folks. Our first official cheat meal at Grinds for Gamers. Bow tie pasta with Alfredo and chicken and mini calzones. I hope the girls like it. Ooh, they're here. See you next time on Grinds for Gamers.